If I Ran for President by Catherine Steer. It would be great to run for President of the United States. If I ran for president, I'd hope the people of the United States would choose me for a very important job. That's the job of leading our country. And I'd hope to follow in the footsteps of past presidents, such as George Washington, our very first president, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. I had to think carefully about my decision to run for president. I would want to know how my family felt about it too. Then I'd ask myself, am I the person for the job? Am I the best person for the job? Am I ready to work very, very, very hard for my country? Do lots of people believe in me? And will they help me run for office? If I could answer yes to all those questions, then I'd declare my candidacy. That means I'll announce I was interested in the job of President of the United States. If I ran for president, I'd run a campaign to let voters learn all about me. People who thought I would be a good president would donate money or time to help. I'd hire people to work on my campaign too. Campaigns can make a candidate famous. Soon my name or my face would be appearing on signs, on buttons, bumper stickers, and t-shirts. I'd even star in television commercials. If I ran for president, I'd work with my political party. That's just a group of people who share the same beliefs about how the country should be governed. They support candidates who uphold those ideas. The two major parties are the Democratic Party, their symbol is a donkey, and the Republican Party, their symbol is an elephant. There are other parties too, called third parties. But besides that, the Republican Party and Democratic parties must choose who they want to support in the election. In some states, like Iowa, the parties each hold meetings called caucuses, where members pick their favorite candidate. In most states, party members hold an election called a primary. Caucuses and primaries show which candidates are popular with voters and who might have the best chance of being president. The first primary is held in New Hampshire in the winter before the presidential election. I'd be sure to visit there, but I'd have to bundle up because it's so cold. In the summer before the election, the political parties announce their candidate for president. The major parties make this announcement at meetings called conventions. Each state sends delegates to the convention. Delegates vote for the candidate who is the most popular in their state. A convention looks like a big celebration, full of cheering, chanting, balloons, and confetti. Millions of Americans watch this excitement on TV. By the time of the convention, usually everyone knows which candidate will be chosen, but the delegates still hold a vote. If my party chose me to run for president, I'd make a speech to get everyone so excited about helping me win. I'd tell the American people about my platform, my ideas, my plans for our country. My running mate would also make a speech too. That's the person who would be the vice president if I became president. If I ran for president, I'd be invited to debate with the other presidential candidates. A person called a moderator would ask us questions. People across the country would listen carefully to all of our answers. Reporters would ask questions too about my life, my family, even my kitten, Sassy. They'd print old photographs of me in newspapers and magazines, like the snapshot of me in my superhero costume, or even my baby picture back when I still wore diapers. If I ran for president, I would travel the country to meet lots of people. I'd have my own campaign bus or maybe even an airplane that'll take me from place to place. Inside, there'd be comfy seats, perfect for checking out the news, writing speeches, and thinking about how to solve the nation's problems. I'd take naps too. I'd probably need the extra rest. I'd work hard and be very, very busy. All in one week, I might share cereal with kindergarteners in California, crunch corn with farmers in Kansas, and have a dinner in Delaware where I'd order the blue plate special with apple pie and a large strawberry milkshake. After all that food, I might not feel too well. Still, I'd have to smile and talk with the people I meet. Presidential candidates make lots and lots of speeches. They shake hands and they cuddle babies. Finally, in November, Election Day would be here. If I ran for president, I'd be so nervous but so excited. On Election Day, millions of voters from across the country go to their polling places to cast their ballots. That's just another way to say that they vote. In our country, people vote in private. No one but you knows who you voted for. But I'd choose my favorite candidate. Yep, that's me. Once the voting is finished, officials count up the ballots. Then comes the announcement on televisions, radios, and in the newspapers and all over the internet. People everywhere find out who will be the next president of the United States. I'd stay up late and keep my fingers crossed. If I ran for president and lost, the people who worked so hard on my campaign, they'd be disappointed. I'd be disappointed too. Still, I'd be proud that I had taken part in a free and fair election. I'd make a telephone call to offer my best wishes and support the winner, our next president. But if I won, wow. On January 20th, I'd say the words of the oath of the office and be sworn in as president. On that day, Inauguration Day, there'd be a parade and a fancy ball. Then I'd move into the White House in Washington, D.C. to begin my 4-year term as President of the United States of America. And what would I do when I become president? Well, that's another story. The end.